guys, it is Tanya and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm back with another speed build and we are making a suburban home. I mean, when are we not? I feel like all I do lately is make family homes. I'm trying to branch out a little bit on that, but I really wanted to do this because I felt like this was the easiest thing to do with the restrictions I'm giving myself, and that restriction was this is an entirely base game home. It's been a while since I've done one, and so I thought it'd be really fun to do again because I actually really enjoy making base game homes. I like the challenge of only being able to use the base game, and I'm very happy with how this came out. I'm really proud of it, and I hope you guys like it too. So we're starting to get the basic shape of the house here. I did look at a couple of reference pictures and the front is inspired by one, but the rest, the interior and the back are just kind of figuring stuff out. And I did take some things that I changed throughout anyway, but I love it. Like, I want to move in. I can't remember if I cut anything out or not. I feel like I did, but I don't know what I'd cut out. But it's a base game house, which is crazy. And I was just in a hardcore building mode today, or mode, both, I guess. Because I built this, I sat down and I was like, I want to build. I think I want to build base game. And I sat there and I built this entire house in one sitting. And as soon as I finished it, I decided, you know what else would I want to do? I want to, like, renovate an apartment. So you guys would have seen that yesterday, as long as that video goes up yesterday. I did, like, a Scandinavian-inspired apartment, which I did directly after this, which is kind of crazy, that I just sat and built two things, and I still really want to build, and it's now 3:27 in the morning, and I'm tempted to build, partially because I would have gone to bed 3 hours ago, but my Rabbit Wednesday, she goes into, like, it's not exactly a cage, but, like, sort of cage thing at night. So she's not roaming around and we don't have to worry about watching her and the cat together because we're sleeping. And we don't pick her up to put her in there because, well, rabbits don't like being picked up and it stresses them out a lot. And so we just, like, let her go in when she's ready. And I've been waiting for her to do so for 3 hours. And I've bribed her with all of her favorite treats and she just doesn't want to go. So I'm still up. So at this point I'm thinking this is going to sort of turn into an all-nighter. And then I'll stream at my normal stream time and then I'll sleep after the stream. I'm kind of thinking that's how today is going to go, but I'm not really sure yet. But I was like, you know what? I'm up anyway. Let's do this voiceover because I had it all done and I'm pretty happy with it. And I wanted to get the voiceover in, like, before it's been a couple of days. And then I'm like, oh, I built this so long ago. It's not fresh in my mind. But I built this today. So I feel like, you know, it's fresh. It's ready. Now's the time to voice this over. So this is pretty much what the outside looks like. I'm just bulldozing the walls inside. I actually think I left the floor plans in this. Huh. I never do that. I think I did. So we'll have to wait and see, but I'm fairly certain I did do that. And it's kind of a wonky floor plan. I feel like lately when I do more traditional family homes, when you first walk in, I have this open space I'm not really sure what to do with, and it keeps becoming sort of a rumpus room for kids, which I guess makes sense with, like, a family home, so that's kind of what I did with this. And this ends up having 3 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms, and I imagine that as a parent's room, a teenage girl's room, or whoever's room. It's bright pink. Or not bright pink, it's like pastel pink. And then there's a baby's room that's like green. So that's what I have in here, but you could obviously reimagine those rooms for whoever you want. The biggest room is definitely the parents' room by a lot. The other rooms are much smaller, but I think it's still a pretty spacious house, and I don't feel like it looks that big from the outside, but it does have 3 bedrooms, so I'm pretty proud of that. And I think if you reworked some of the downstairs, you could probably put a bedroom somewhere if you, like, moved stuff around. I'm not entirely sure, but if you guys would like to download this house, it'll be available on the Sims 4 gallery if you search Griffy or the hashtag MsGryphi. That information is also in the description down below and always is in all of my videos. And yeah, let me know actually. Do you guys like when I do base game builds? Or I know I've gotten some suggestions to just do certain packs before, and I've done 1 or 2 of those before, but I find base game is just so much more fun for some reason. But if you have any suggestions for, like, a theme that goes with like a base game house but modern, or a base game house but can you tailor it to, like, this theme of some sort, I don't know, just an idea, or specific packs you'd like to see me use. I'm not gonna, like, do every suggestion I get, and probably not going to do like 6 different packs in one. But like if you're like, oh, can you do, I don't know, Jungle Adventure and something else, or Parenthood and something else, I'd be like, oh yeah, that's kind of a cool idea. And I might do a 2-pack thing. I have a couple of build ideas that I want to do sometime soon that are not like pack specific stuff though. So those may or may not be coming first because I don't know, I've just been really inspired with building lately. So lots of builds are coming your way. I also am working on a couple of collabs. I think I'm like in the planning stages of a couple different things, and so hopefully those will come to fruition. But I'm not like, I don't know. I feel like I do collabs like in bursts where I'll collab with a couple different people and then I don't do it for a long time because honestly it's like a ton of planning because I plan out videos like a week ahead of time not a week ahead of time, like 4 days ahead of time because I work 10-hour shifts on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And so like I don't have time to record and upload and stuff on those days. So I do all of my recording Saturday, Sunday, Monday every week for the following week. So I have a general idea of what's going out each week. Also, I only currently have 2 days a week that are free. It'll be 3 starting next week because Cats and Dogs is ending. But I do a lot of Let's Play, so I only have so many days a week that I'm not uploading a Let's Play. So kind of limited to that. I also looks like I left in like all, if not most, of the landscaping, which I think came out all right. It's an interesting looking house. Like, I feel like if somebody showed me this thumbnail, I would not immediately think it was base game. I mean, it's definitely base game, but like, I don't know. I'm proud of this one, like I said. And here's coming together the really funky floor plan. I kind of put the bathroom in the this area over here, which is actually the fireplace outside or the chimney. And I thought that was kind of funky, but you know, that's okay. Also, the inside upstairs looks like it has more windows than it actually does have because it does have those windows, but I used the closed shuttered windows to look like just shutters on the outside of the house. So the inside has extra windows, and one of them, since you couldn't see through it to the outside anyway, I didn't feel bad. I just blocked it off because it didn't work with the floor plan upstairs. But this is the kitchen, and a lot of the stuff in this house doesn't fully match because I imagine there's parts of it that got renovated, that this is a family that lives here. Obviously, they have 2 kids. Maybe more, like, depending on who, like, if you renovate this house or not. And so they got a fresh new kitchen at some point in time, but not everything else in the house is as modern and clean and fixed up and brand new as this kitchen is. And I thought that was really realistic for a family, like a growing family. As things break or as things, like, need it, you fix them up. Actually, it would be kind of cool to think about if they got this house and it was like a fixer-upper and they've slowly been going through it and changing things about it. I think that's really fun and definitely realistic. I know my cousin, when her and her, I think it was just boyfriend at the time, and now then they got engaged, married, they have a kid. But like before that, they got a house together and they got a complete fixer-upper house so that they've just been working on it for years. And I think it's such a cool idea. And I really like that idea for a sim. So that's kind of what I was thinking about. I mean, not exactly that, but I was thinking like the kitchen's been renovated, but the rest of the house is a little bit more old school. So I guess it could have been a fixer-upper house. That's a possibility. We added like kind of a little window seat over here in the kitchen with extra storage under it. I imagine you can just keep kitchen storage in there. Maybe there's the casserole dishes that only come out once a year or whatever. And then we're putting some paint in the bedrooms upstairs to kind of get an idea of what those rooms are going to be. And we're blocking off that little corner in a moment here that I was talking about. I also used that wallpaper that came with like the toddler update last year. I haven't used that in a long time. And to me, it still feels like that stuff isn't base game, even though it is base game, and it's kind of strange to me. Also, one thing that I always have a problem with when I'm making base game houses is I accidentally use a computer that is not base game, because I have a computer in my game. I'm trying to think of what it's called, but you only got it if you got the Sims 4 Prima guide when it came out. It's like the Prima of 3000 or something like that. And I always just automatically grab it for some reason. It's just the one my mouse goes to when I go to pick out a computer for the house. And so a lot of times I'll place that down not thinking, oh, wait a second, not many people have this computer. Not that it would be a big deal because it would just replace it in your game when you download it with a different computer. But I don't think it would show up in the gallery as base game only. So that could be kind of problematic. But I didn't do that this time. I made sure not to do that. We also added this nice bookcase. I also end up closing off a little bit more of the area to make some of the rooms in the front a little bit more separate because I just felt like this house lent itself to that idea. And those are obviously renovations that could happen later on where they knock down walls and like completely renovate the interior of this house because I think that would be cool. Oh, I just love this so much as a family home. I can just imagine so many storylines here, and it's got a mixture of like things that the parents definitely picked out and tried to decorate with, and just kid stuff around. Like, it's not messy, but you can tell that they have children, and I really like that. Like, I like that a lot. We also used these chairs and table, which I believe they didn't come with the base game. We got those last year as well in like an update, a base game update, because I think they came with mobile or something, and we didn't have them in base game. So those are, well, not the one in front of the windows, but the chair and the larger sofa, I believe, are both from that update. So those are other things that don't feel like base game to me, because I don't feel like I'm building with the game I started off with in 2014 when the game came out, because there's new things in it that are technically base game, but they're new to me, I guess, if that makes any sense. So we have a downstairs bathroom and upstairs bathroom. I was originally thinking that one of them would only be a half bath, but then I was like, wait a second. There is 2 kids and 2 adults here, potentially more if you make kids share a room or renovate any of the space in the house. And I was like, I think we need 2 full baths. Completely 2 full baths. Like, I can't imagine, like, when I started college, I was living with my best friend, and it was me, my best friend, her brother, her mom, and her sister. So it was 5 of us, and we only had 1 bathroom. So it was a struggle. So I know that struggle, and I don't want your Sims to go through that struggle. It's not a fun one. So we're just putting some clutter in here. This is a little bit more of a traditional area of the house. I imagine that this was all built-in cabinetry in this room, so it's there to stay for now. I mean, your Sims can bulldoze it if they want to try and make everything match more, or maybe they don't like the renovated kitchen and they want something more that fits the house. Because maybe the last people here renovated the kitchen, but not the rest of the house, and you're like, I kind of want it all to match. And instead of fixing up and like renovating the rest of the house, you're like, I just want to get an older style kitchen that has darker woods. Go ahead and do that. I just think it's kind of more realistic and kind of fun storytelling that it doesn't quite match. I also had fun putting all these things on the steps because I know when I was a kid, my mom would put so much stuff on the steps and be like, well, you got to grab something on your way up. So every time you went up the stairs, you had to grab something that was on the steps to bring up. Instead of going up and down every time she found something, she would just put it on the steps and it was our job. So I thought that was realistic. Bring up your backpack, bring up this. We had this little art set I put in here as well. And I thought that was a really cute idea. I never had something like that as a kid, I don't think. I don't remember having that. We had all kinds of weird little things as a kid. Like, I can still visualize some of the strange objects that were in our closet, in our hallway closet at home that I would play with sometimes. Like, there was this weird flower making kit. It was like fabric flowers and these like plastic stems, and you like stapled them in together or something like that. I also can't think of what it's called. What was that light thing where you put all the different colored lights on and like you can make patterns? And, oh my gosh, it's old. I don't remember what it's called. It's like you like make designs and it'll turn on and it's lights. Oh, I don't know what it's called, but we had one of those. We also had like a bunch of weird like coloring sets, but they came in like these giant plastic things that were shaped like characters' heads, or like a bunch of characters together. And I'm pretty sure we had a Rugrats one, and I don't remember much about it other than there was like things to color in inside that were Rugrats. Anyway, that's completely off topic. This is the master bedroom. It's green and black, which is a really interesting color scheme. I actually also added like a painting above their bed that was like palm trees and stuff. I thought it was kind of a cool idea to imagine that these parents are really tired, and I mean, they're raising 2 kids, they have this house to upkeep and stuff. I imagine they really want to go on a vacation. They dream about it. They went once, they have that beautiful picture to remind them, and they just want to go back. And sometimes they bring kids on vacation, sometimes they send them to go spend some time with grandma, but like, I just imagine they're very hardworking people, and they really dream of having more vacation time because they work so hard. They love their family so much, but they do need a break sometime because it's a full-time job being a parent, and also they have full-time jobs. So I just thought that was kind of a cool idea. Imagined them that way. And the girls' room that we just did, the pink room, I think it's really, really cute. I also added a couple of skill building objects in this build. We have a guitar downstairs, and then we have the chess set and the easel upstairs. So there's plenty of places for your Sims to learn some new skills and stuff. Of course, you got the kitchen and all that. And bookcases galore, so if you want to just buy any skill book, you are all set. But this is the baby's room. I guess this could be any type of baby. I just really liked the color scheme. I don't use this wallpaper very often, but I know a lot of people use it for kids' rooms, and I was like, you know what? I feel like I would use it for a toddler or a child, but not a child, a toddler or baby, but child and above, I'm like, no, it's too childish. I guess it's just because, like, I couldn't imagine myself as a child having wallpaper like that. I'd probably be like, no, I'm too old for this. This is the upstairs bathroom. It ends up being pretty simple as well. We just have a stand-up shower over in this room, or in this bathroom, because there wasn't space with where that window is placed to put the stand-up shower. I mean, would there have been? No, there wouldn't have been space. So we didn't go ahead and do that, but I think it came out okay. Anyway, adding a rug down here, and I'm trying to think what else we do. Oh, we section off in here and we add some chairs and a kid's tablet. I imagined that the computers use, the adults use the computer, and if the kids want to use the tablet, they have to be supervised and sitting in these chairs in the computer room with their parents. Anyway, we're coming to the end of the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you'd like to download that information, is in the description down below, like always. And I'll see you guys next time. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. Bye, everybody.